Ladies and gentlemen, good Monday. Happy Monday. Srećan ponedjeljak. How do you say that? Ponedjeljak is Monday in Serbian, but I don't know how to say happy with it. It's srećno, srećna, ne znam. But you get the point. Have a wonderful Monday. And I'm going to get to the news here because I haven't given you the news update in Serbia for a few days. Today's November 4th, 2013. And we've had some big happenings here. Some of the biggest news over the last 3 or 4 days was the Derbi. A Derbi in Serbia is the big match between the rivalry between Red Star and Partizan. It's the two biggest football clubs or soccer clubs here in Serbia. And Red Star won 1-0 at Red Star Stadium. I was staying with a friend right past Red Star Stadium, and on the bus ride past there's thousands of police all over town. They've got their big shields, they've got shoulder pads, and it's just an amazing thing to see. There was a couple of fights, there was some fires broke out in the stadium, but it was kind of a tranquil day there for a Serbian derby. What else do we have in the news? Some big news, some happenings down in the disputed region of Kosovo in southern Serbia. They had elections were held yesterday in Kosovo, Metohija, and in the northern province, the northern part of Kosovo, there's a city called Kosovska Mitrovica, and this is a Serbian-dominated area down there. And they were having elections, and there was a huge number of masked men with baseball bats that were intimidating the Serbian population, trying to keep voter turnout low. Also, they had destroyed a large number of ballot boxes from those that had already voted in these elections. And there was also some other militant-type groups that were videoing all the Serbians that were going to the polls. So it kept voter turnout pretty low. And it's really, really sad. The Serbian government down there was asking permission to use the Serbian police force to be able to prosecute and to keep, to take care of this situation. Have no idea why you'd have to ask permission, for God's sakes. These people are, intimidating, the vast number of the majority of the population down there. It's sick and disgusting, and somebody needs to do something about it. This is something you don't see on the news, you don't hear about it, because they don't want you to hear about it. Also, a few days ago, there was a large graveyard, a Serbian graveyard. A family went to visit their loved ones that had passed away. The graves, all the Serbian graves had been demolished and destroyed, so there was some very heart-wrenching pictures of Serbians, older family members that were crying over the destroyed graves of their loved ones. So really sick that you don't hear about this. So when you have time, Google or go to YouTube and look up Orthodox churches destroyed in Kosovo or something similar to that. There's a lot of happenings that are going on down there against the Serbian population that you don't hear about, and people need to know it. So, sorry to get on political rant, but this is the news, so you need to hear about it, okay? Next, we've got the European Union. There was claims after Croatia entered the European Union that they were kind of shutting the door on all the other countries for a little bit. And the spokesman for the EU said yesterday that they are not closing the door on anybody, but they're trying to look at how they can improve and get stronger. And they said that they have kept the entrance requirements the same. And the entrance requirements for the European Union are you need to have a functional democracy. Is that possible? Respect of law, protection of minorities, adopt EU law, capable of functioning in the EU marketplace. That is the main entrance requirements. And something that you're going to hear about Serbia that I think is ridiculous is this protection of minority groups. Here in Serbia, there's a large number of minority groups, and one of the biggest is the Gypsy population or the Roma population. And here, the Roma are treated pretty darn good. They can get free bus trips, they get some housing given to them, and they don't get prosecuted for certain things that they should, really. And many other Western countries, these big, strong Western European countries that want to tell Serbia to take care of these people, they're the ones, there's big movements in Italy, I heard, trying to force out the Gypsy population. So Serbia is, people claim, they don't like minorities, they're against minorities, baloney, I've got friends in Belgrade that owns a shisha, a nargila place that I go and smoke. He's from Egypt, he's Muslim. And, he said, never had any problems here. People treat him with respect. He's never had any problems. So I think Serbia really does protect their minorities. I'm a minority here in Serbia, and I'm treated like a king. So, Serbia is doing that. Enter the European Union. The standards are still the same. We'll see how that goes. That's up to you guys. I don't have an opinion on that. in my opinion, doesn't really matter anyway. I want what's best for Serbia and the Serbian people. Another big happening, this is kind of a scary sounding thing. Over 500,000 Arabs are being shipped into Bosnia. They said that Kuwait has financed 30,000 flats in Sarajevo to allow over 100,000 Arabs from different parts of the Arab world to come in there. And this is called Islamization. They're trying to get this and to bring them in here. So I have absolutely nothing against Muslims. Some of my best friends on the planet are Muslim, but they're bringing these kind of strict, extreme Muslims into Bosnia here. And this is a bad thing also for the northern part of Bosnia, Republika Srpska. That is where the majority of Serbians are. All around the north and down in is how it shapes up. But this is something they're trying to really, Islamify Bosnia. So it's kind of a scary, scary thing. So that's something you need to keep your eye out for and see how that goes down the road. In sports, my friends, Novak Djokovic beat Federer yesterday to win the Paris Masters. And they said this was his 6th title of the year. So congratulations, Mr. Djokovic. But they said it's still going to be very, very difficult for him to surpass at the end of the season to hold on to his #1 spot over Nadal. So better luck next year, Mr. Djokovic. Great season to you. Other news, Charles, Cather, I'm in the news, man. Is that shocking? I was in Blitz, I was in the Kur, I was in East Serbia, I was in a number of different things for Yankee Doodle Went to Serbia, which was my film that I signed over to the city of Ruma, the offshoot of Ruma, Serbia. It's a great video, it's available on Vioma. And I'm working on something now else similar to it called Say Serbia Television, which is going to send me to every corner of this beautiful country, very similar to that one, but slightly different. And the city of Ruma, Hvala Vam, you're wonderful. It's a great city. It's a great place to go. A lot of history. And I had an awesome, awesome time there with Nikola Rojic, is one of the tourism guys there, and just an absolutely great guy that'll make sure you have a heck of a time in Ruma. Other than that, the other news is my 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment here in Kosovo, and I'll show you a little walkthrough of it a little bit later. I gotta clean up a little bit first because I've got clothes laying everywhere. I got a funny story too in the news. In my bathroom here, I got here last night to do some laundry, and I thought I saw some dishwashing liquid or some powder stuff in there, So I went in there to do laundry. I throw my laundry in there, and I find out there's some cleaning stuff. It wasn't detergent. So I was like, damn, I didn't want to walk clear down to the shop. I took some shower gel and put it in the washing machine and shut it. The whole washing thing is in Serbian, so I just put it to the first setting. I have no idea what it was for. I started, come in here, sit around, I thought, man, I should go in there and check on this stuff. The hose, the drain hose, it's supposed to go in the bathtub here. It was on the floor. Walk in there, there's water this freaking deep in the bathroom. It's got a drain pipe. It was covered over. So I had to walk in there and all this water, lift up the drain pipe, drain it. Oh man, it was a mess. But my clothes came out. I threw them on the register to dry. So anyway, that's the news, my friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Do Virginia.